Ángeles Alvariño, by Inés González. My name is María de los Ángeles Alvariño, González. I was born in Fernández on October 3rd, 1916, La Joya. I am recognized as a Spanish oceanographer, zoologist, and teacher. I am the eldest daughter of Antonio Alvariño Grimaldos, the local doctor, and the pianist María del Carmen González Díaz Saavedra. Studies. I did my first studies in Ferrol and graduated from the Concepción Arenal Institute in the same city. I studied the university baccalaureate in Science and Letters at the University of Santiago de Compostela. In 1934, I moved to Madrid to study natural science at the university, but in 1936 the Spanish Civil War interrupted my studies. So I had to move back to Ferrol, where I dedicated myself to study new languages such as French. After the end of the war, I returned to Madrid, where I finally finished my studies. Work. In 1914, I married Eugenio Leria Manso, Captain of the Spanish Navy and Knight of the Royal and Military Order of San Hermenegildo. So I started working as a biology, zoology, botany, and geology teacher in various schools in Ferrol. 1 year later, my daughter Ángeles Leila Alvariño was born. Scientific contribution. I spent several years researching in Europe, collaborating with the British Council and with the Fulbright Scholarship. After my doctorate in 1951, I moved to the United States, where I did most of my research at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. First, I studied investigation, the reason for marine fouling in ships, and then I focused on the study of zooplankton. Thanks to my research, I was nominated as an official student, and in 1951 I obtained a PhD in experimental psychology, analytical chemistry, and plant ecology from the University of Madrid. Events that surround my discovery. Throughout my life, I discovered 22 new marine species and reviewed the morphology in various stages of development or sexual cycle and other zooplankton, using illustrations and notes. I dedicated myself to species of jellyfish, siphonophores, chaetognathes, and hydromedusae. Interesting events in my life. In 1977, I reported that I suffered gender discrimination at the National Seafarers Service Center, where I worked, being a pioneer in the defense of women's labor rights. When I got a Fulbright scholarship to do research at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution in Massachusetts, I met Mary Sears, president of the First Oceanographic Congress in the United States, and an expert in zooplankton who, impressed with my work, supported me to work at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in La Joya, California, where I became a leading researcher. I am recognized as a world authority on certain types of zooplankton, the collection of tiny animal organisms, and that fill large species in the ocean. I was born on a hurricane night. Tiles flew, trees and walls fell. This is how the wind captivates me, the furious sea and the wild and arrogant waves beating the granite coasts. And that's also my character.